go.
Genty from the gun. Fights his way through a tackle. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
This is Genty on second. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Smith on 3rd and short. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Vikings will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. It's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know what I call that play, Kate? Call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a 1st down too.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Vacates quickly left side. Oh, he's keeping it again. And they don't get any help on their 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
You know, sometimes, and you've heard this from a lot of the great coaches, know when to lose a battle to win the war. And that time, just simply not taking a loss, pretty big deal for the offense.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
19, Tiger, 19.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. That's caught. This is Addison. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
1st and 10, here's McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on and on.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. That's complete. Here's Jones. This one doesn't get much. Down to the 41. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Raiders closing in, and down he goes. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it.
Back at 60. Let's go. Cowboy 80. 19 Lion.
McCarthy to throw for it. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw it. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Mostert on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10.
13X.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. This is Cox, that's Bowers working downfield. Hits the 20. He does it, touchdown. The Raiders find their way to 6. Brock Bowers, the touchdown.
I gotta say, with the type of throw that took, and then where he made that catch, it had taken all 11 defenders and maybe a couple extra from the sidelines to keep him out of the end zone. Not only did he earn it, I felt like he deserved that touchdown.
That one splits the uprights, and they'll take the lead.
Vikings 6. Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. A give to Mason. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Jefferson brings it in on a slant. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
3-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 7. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
All set to go now from the 35. Play action, McCarthy. Fits it through the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
It's Jones on the toss. And he's out of bounds. Looks like he only got a yard. That's going to set us up for 2nd and 9.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case, a toss. Make sure you threaten to the outside.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Jones. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Dump off caught by his back. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal. Give him 8 on that one. And that gives them 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Well, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Flushed out of the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Vikings take a 4th quarter lead. J.J. McCarthy in the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Mostert on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. He throws a bullet to the center. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Harrison Smith with the INT. And the Vikings got a considerable return onto the interception. They're going to take over inside the red zone. They're at the 15-yard line.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them.